Here we are again. This is a redo. A redo of, yeah. I don't know what happened, y'all. But my previous live just got cut. It just got dropped. I don't know what happened. I was talking to David Beckwith and this happened. So we're going to start again. We're going to start again. Okay. I don't know what happened. But we got, I don't know if the internet, something is going on. It's supposed to be snowing. We're supposed to be getting some more snow. So I don't know if that is the issue. But I'm thankful that we're here. If I lost some of you in the first part of this giving thanks every day, all day, my apologies on behalf of YouTube. I don't know what happened, but it just went off and I didn't press anything. So this may happen. Technology is not a foolproof, safe proof. That's why my rock and my deliverance is solid. Yeah, it's solid. We have light that's coming in from there. So thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of giving thanks every day, all day. And I do apologize for that little mishap that occurred. But we're going to get with it because we have a lot to unpack. We're talking about my rock and my deliverance. So when we talk about that, we were just getting into the verse of the day and it just went, it cut off. So thanks for returning and thanks for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Once you subscribe, as I was telling David Beckwith, who came on earlier, that my subscribers are called angels. I call you my angels because I am holding my subscribers up to that status, okay? And that status of angel status. When you subscribe to this channel, you become an angel. So thank you for being an angel and subscribing. Thanks also for liking the video. You can hit like. The like button is right there next to the subscribe button. You see the subscribe button. I think it's in black with white letters. Subscribe. You hit that button and then you hit the like button. It tells the algorithm, and it gives the algorithm when you hit the subscribe and the like button, it goes into the algorithm and then it shows the video to other, it appears more. So when you like and subscribe, you're actually promoting the video. So thank you for loving and subscribing. We're going to get started before this cuts off again. David Beckwith, where are you? Oh my goodness. Let's get started with the verse of the day, okay? Again, our theme today is my rock and my deliverance. So if you when you subscribe to this channel, you get to see notifications of when I'm live, and you can be part of giving thanks every day, all day, because it's good to give thanks. Look at my widow's peak. I have one right there. See it, y'all? Yeah. Anyway, let me get the verse of the day. Where is it? My verse of the day song. Here we go. Verse of the day. Verse. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. Verse. Verse of the day. Oops, that's in the this way. runneth over. My cup runneth over. I'm moving things and things are falling. I have sage, I have this container where I burn sage, and all the ashes just fell off on my table top. But that's okay. That's just fine and dandy. Let's put that. Then you're getting a lighting. I need my lighting crew. I need my lighting crew. Move that down. Okay. There. How is that? Is that okay now? I had this light glaring in like right there. So I'm trying to get my set right. I'm trying to upgrade hair, and I'm trying to do that so I can give my subscriber angels, remember my subscribers are my angels, I can give you all a good visual experience when you come into giving thanks all day, every day. You should have a good experience. You should see a good visual background. You should see that I'm in the camera. There's nothing else you can see outside the camera on these sides. So, we got to get it right. We got to get it right. So here we go with our verse of the day. Did I play that song yet? Yes, I think I did. We played it again. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. Verse. Verse of the day. Verse. It's my filler song to fill the space while I'm getting my verse of the day ready. Verse of the day. Okay, here we go. Ready? Verse of the day. Verse of the day is coming from a psalm. Thank you, Steel Pulse. Steel Pulse chant a psalm a day from their True Democracy album is one of the intros of this Giving Thanks All Day, Every Day channel. And the reason I chose Steel Pulse is because this song from their album True Democracy is very appropriate for today, what's happening, right? So their song Chant a Psalm a Day, it's like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So chant a psalm a day keeps the negative away. When you chant a psalm, when you stay in the word, when you're in the presence of the goodness of the Lord, you are creating a shed around you, a protection, right? And that protection, you got to receive it and accept it, because guess what? It's protecting you. You may want to get on that plane and go somewhere, but guess what? You may not be able to do that. You can't be upset and fussing about it because you're being protected. Rejection is protection. When you're rejected by a job or rejected by whatever it is, that is a protection for you. You may not see it because you're upset, like, what happened? However, it's your protection. Remember that. When relationships end, it's your protection. When breakups happen, it's your protection. When you let something go, it's your protection. When it returns to you, it's meant to be. When you let something go and it comes and returns, it's meant to be. Things are not meant to be that are not meant to be. So let's get into our verse of the day. Psalm 18, verse 1 to 2. Psalm 18, verse 1 to 2. I love you, most righteous, my strength, that is a rock and fortress and deliverer. So what is this? Let's unpack this, right? I love you, Lord. Who is Lord? What is Lord in your life? What is your rock? What is your deliverer? Someone said, they said that their niece is their ride and die. She's their ride and die. And I'm standing there and I'm like, yeah, but you're with me, aren't you? I'm supposed to be your ride and die, but I don't use die, I use live. So being a ride and live, not die till the wheels fall off kind of situation. What is your rock? Who is your deliverer? What is who is that for you in your life? That's an example I gave of someone that I knew saying that in my presence, and I was with this person, and they said that someone else is their ride and you know that word. And I said, wow, okay, so what am I? Chopped liver? um, I'm the one investing and funding this operation. What's happening? Why am I not getting acknowledged and valued and respected, right? So you got to look at it as you're being protected. When you're disrespected, that's a sign for you to walk away, move around, you know. Those of you who subscribe, my angels, you're gonna see a video. It's got profanity in it though. That it's a short that I posted of a vicious voicemail that came in about 2 years ago, and this voicemail came in, and I played it on my video short. It's got over 1,000 views. 1,000 views it's got. Because it's got profanity in it. It's a voice message that was left for me, cursing me out. And it's got over 1,000 views. I'm like, whoa. People like listening to mess, right? And I said, well, I'm just gonna post it, see what over 1,000 views. Go look at it, go listen to it. Because I don't use certain words. Hello, I don't use that. Hell is low. I don't want to go to hell. Okay? I don't want to be in hell. I don't want no part of it. We have Joe Biden's wife. Look how domestic violence is reached up to the top of the, so-called chain here. Joe Biden's wife, her ex-husband, was in a domestic violence situation with his wife and unlivened her. Okay? So we have relationships that are violent. Police involved. This one, fighting this one. Weapons, people got knife to people's neck and threatening. It's like, what? That's hell. That's hell. So when you talk about the words you use, hello, you stay with that. Miss me with that word. Greetings, hi, give thanks. Let's get our words together, okay? Get it together. All right? So our verse today, coming from Psalm 18, verse 1-2, love righteousness, love goodness, love words that uplift and determine destinies of positivity and good outcomes. Stop talking down about yourself. Stop talking that you're dumb and you're this and no. What? Someone lied to y'all and said these things. You're not dumb. You're intelligent because you are here surviving every day. You got to be intelligent to survive every day in this world we are in and not be of it. You're in it, but you're not of it. Okay? So our verse today really echoes our theme of my rock and my deliverance. This is part two because part one got cut off. I don't know how or why that happened, but it got cut off. So part two is right here, right now. I don't know if it's going to get cut off. So we're going to get into the word of the day. I don't know what the word of the day is yet. I don't know what that is, but we're going to find out. It's the word of the day. 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 Word of the day. Word of the day. That's my little intro to the word of the day. It's corny, but the word of the day today is healing. Healing. So, who is your rock and your deliverer that can heal you? Who can heal you? Are people, doctors, lawyers, judges, supermarket, all these, can these things heal you? Okay. So the word healing is being brought to us today by Proverbs 17:22. So Proverbs 17:22 says, a cheerful heart is a good medicine. That's why when you're laughing and your heart is happy, it's medicine. You're giving your heart medicine. Okay. People die of heart attacks and their heart stress can kill you. I'm telling you that. So you don't want to live in domestic violence. You don't want to live walking on pins and needles around someone you love because they have not healed. And that's what the word today is. Healing. It's ongoing. Healing happens every single day. Okay? Every single day. So thanks for liking the video. Those of you who have liked the video, part one of this, giving thanks every day, all day. And thank you for tuning in and for being a part of this. So healing is our word today, brought to us by Proverbs 17:22. Okay. Proverbs 17:22. Are we ready? Proverbs 17:22. A cheerful heart is a good medicine. However, a downcast dries up the bones. When you're sad and downcasted, depressed, anxious, and you have this spirit of, sadness. You're downcast. It's, downcast meaning, sad. Let's see what downcast means. Downcast is kind of an old word, looking downward of a person's eyes. So downcast is to look down. Remember, we look up. We look up. Isaiah, greetings. Greetings. Thank you so much. Jesus loves you more. Have a blessed day, giving thanks day. Thank you so much for joining and for liking the video. We were here earlier, but it got cut off. So this is part two. So I'm glad you made it. Greetings. Remember to work smart, not harder. I love that. Greetings and thanks for joining. So we're on the word downcast, and downcast, is looking down. We look up. We seek for what's above, not for what's below, right? Look at James from India. Look at my subscribers. Thank you so much for liking the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you for being an angel subscriber of this channel, because I know when you leave this live, you're going out into your communities and sharing the love, right? Megan, how are you, my love? You're sharing the love. You're sharing all that you are. All I'm giving is the word, that's it. The word, the verse of the day, I'm sharing that. So I am thankful. I'm giving thanks that you all are able to share that with me today. So let's read our word of the day, healing. Okay, are we ready? Let's get it. Embracing fullness strengthens I to heal. So embracing fullness, embracing my fullness, okay, your fullness. Thanks for liking the video and for subscribing and becoming an angel when you subscribe to this, giving thanks all day, every day. So embracing fullness of joy is healing. It strengthens the healing process, right? Thanks for liking the video. Mwah. So let's get into reading the daily word from dailyword.com. The word is healing. Are you ready? Everybody ready? You sit down, you have your coffee, your tea, whatever floats your boat. Is the time now to relax and listen. Here we go. Whether for a medical, emotional, or relational part of my life, I find healing easier when I focus on what is right rather than what is wrong. Ready? Let me read that again. I love it. Whether for a medical, emotional, or relational part of my life. So whether it's health, emotions, or social relationships, right? I find healing easier when I focus on what is right rather than what is wrong. So people that have wronged you, don't focus on what they did wrong. I need to learn. I'm growing into learning this myself. Don't focus on what they did wrong. Focus on what is right. Okay? What is right. I don't deny my problems, and I take every step I can to move toward solutions. I am a solution person. That's me in my DNA. If there's a problem, I want to find the solution. I don't want to add to the problem and add to I want to say, look, here's the solution. Let's do this. Okay? So shifting my attention to the things that are going right helps me realize my fullness. When you focus on the righteous perfection within me. So within each of you, there is a righteousness of perfection. And we tend to believe the lie when people say we're bad, we're ugly, we're dumb. Like, no. I have a righteous perfection within me. You're not going to come and drown that out with the lies about who I am. I'm going to find out who I am, and I'm going to come and tell you. You're not going to tell me. Okay? So, I don't deny my problems. I got some problems, just like everybody else. I got medical problems, emotional problems, relational problems. I got problems. And those problems, I am going to take every step I can to move towards solution. So what is the answer to that problem? What is the solution to the problem? Problem solving. Are you in the business of problem solving, or are you in the business of being the problem? What are you in the business of? So, shifting your attention. You got to shift your attention, okay? Now, that vicious voicemail, were that person to shift their attention into things that are going right, it would have stopped them from leaving that vicious voicemail. Yeah. So I concentrate. I don't like to use the word con. I focus. I focus on the good and cultivate feelings of gratitude for bless already present. So I usually give thanks in advance for what's to come. That's faith. What's in your bag? Is it a rock and a deliverance in your bag? What is in your bag? So I communicate to righteousness, giving thanks for the times that my goody, you call it a body, but it's alive. A body ain't alive. A goody is good and alive, right? And I cultivate feelings of gratitude for already being blessed. I communicate to righteousness, giving thanks for the times that my goody and mind have healed from prior troubles and maladies. Okay. My son passed away. You all know this who subscribe, my angel subscribers. But those who are just joining for the first time, my son passed away. He was found in a Motel 6 in Southern California with fentanyl in his system. His phone, nowhere to be found. They said it's no foul play, but yeah, I don't know what happened. That was 2023. 2024, my dad passed away, collapsed on the side of his bed. I ran in their bed, my mom and dad's bedroom, and there's my dad on the ground. Okay. 2025 now, my children's dad left us and passed into the ancestral life. So I have had troubles and maladies. I've had those things. And I feel vital energy coursing through my veins, like energy coursing through my veins, and every cell of my goody responding, renewing, and expressing its full health. In this way, I know my fullness anew. The word new, anew. Become anew yourself. Be a new person for God. Nicodemus was like, I can't be born again. I can't go back into my mom and come back. No, you cannot. But you can leave that old person behind that wasn't helping you and embrace the new person that is going to lead you into the direction of your good, not hell. You don't want to go there. You don't want hello there. You don't want that. You don't want to take us out of house because you're going to be left with a hole. When a man takes his wife and himself out of the house and invites another woman in, he's taking us out of the house, and now he's going to be left with H-O-E, hoe. So charity begins at home. Focus on your home life, the immediate home life. Yes, you have your family, but you have a husband, a wife, whatever. You all are building a foundation, not tearing it down when it's just about to begin. So stop the domestic violence, stop fighting, take care of the children. They are the priority, not your sex drive. The children are the priority. Okay? You want to have tranquility, serenity, patience in your life to reap the results of fullness anew. So, our word today, healing, really answers the question, Who is your rock and your deliverer? You say it's Jesus, but then you don't live your life in that way. That nature, the Jesus nature, is missing because the Jesus nature will keep you from telling lies. The Jesus nature will keep you from being proud and having pride that you can't be honest and have integrity about yourself. The Jesus nature will keep your butt at home and will keep you from going out to roam. Roaming the streets, roaming the internet, roaming the dating sites, looking for what? A HOE? That's what you're going to get. Okay? So let's get to our Bible challenge because I'm getting like upset about certain things that people still don't get. And we have to let go of people who are not getting it and ask that they be left at the cross of Jesus and that the blood will drip, 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 drip on them so that they can gain the Jesus nature and become empowered to be the best that they can be while they're on this earth. And not wait till the deathbed time or when they're leaving the earth, exiting out the earth to get themselves correct. Get yourself correct now. Children are watching. And they're watching how you are solving conflicts. They're watching how you're not solving conflicts. They're watching. Children are watching. So be the best you can be. Don't go leaving vicious voicemails when you got children watching. Don't do that. Don't fight and beat somebody up physically because they made you mad. Okay? Don't do that. Don't put your hands on somebody. They have a parent. They have a mother. They have a father. They have a God. And when you domestic violence a person, you are disobedient to God. And God don't like ugly. God gonna deal with you. So get yourself together, whether you need a therapist, whether you need to go to detox and detox yourself, whether you need a pastor to pray with you. I don't use the word pray, but communicate to God on your behalf. Maybe you need an exorcism. Maybe you need a priest from the Catholic Church to come with his cross and holy water and spray you down so that you can you can exorcise the demon out of you so you can see your full potential and you won't leave vicious voicemails. You won't beat a woman up and you're a woman. Police call, got to take you off to jail, and you have children and then have to bail you out again? Like, what don't we get? Black women, we need to protect black women, okay? And we have this fighting between black women. Why you think it was a black woman left me that voicemail? Like, you don't know me and you're going to call and leave this on my phone? And you're a black woman? I'm a black woman. We both have children. Why do that to a person? It's not righteous. And even though it happened a long time ago and some people like, let it go, it's gone. I'm using it as an example. It's a serious example. Just like enslavement in America is an example of atrocities that we have to talk about. And some people don't want to talk about it because it's like, No, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about what's happened to me. I'm going to talk about that. And some people might not like to hear it because they are partly to be responsible for how they've made me feel. So remember, a cheerful heart, according to Proverbs, is good medicine. So we want to let go of all that pain and all that um, domestic violence, all the hate, the discrimination, the homophobia. We want to let go of all that. We want to let go of jealousy. Don't be jealous of me. Excuse me. Don't be jealous of somebody else because they have something that you don't have. You know, don't be jealous of people's relationships, you know, and go and manipulate their relationship so you can be in their relationship. Like, don't do that. Uh so yeah, let's get our Bible challenge, okay? Our Bible challenge today. Let's see what that's talking about. Okay, here we go. So our Bible challenge is, this is what we end with. We're in the book of Leviticus. So today is the 4th of February. Guess what? My video premieres tonight at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock tonight, my daughter Day at the Bay premieres. Tonight at 6 o'clock. You gotta tune in. That means you have to subscribe to this channel to get notifications, okay? I don't know why the notifications are not coming in, but we'll see what happens. So, today for February 4th, what people uncover, God will cover. What people cover, God will uncover. Check it out. So when you uncover what you uncover, God will cover. And what people cover, God will uncover. People try to cover up things. But guess what? God will uncover it. Okay? It's going to be revealed, in other words. So for February 4th today, and February has it has something I was reading, it's a lot of fours in February. But February 4th today is about a personal purity in your daily life. Personal purity. So what does it mean by that? Today's reading sets forth laws regarding childbirth, clean and unclean food, leprosy and other skin diseases, okay, and discharges. Being a sacred people demands a sacred lifestyle. So ceremonial purity was an indispensable part of worshiping a sacred God. And worshiping a sacred God imposed restrictions on one's conduct, on behavior. For the Israelites, this meant dietary laws, strict health requirements, and temporary quarantines alter contact with potentially harmful substances. So the word unclean occurs more than 100 times in these chapters, showing that ceremonial uncleanness was no small matter with God. So, yes, to God be the glory. God is great. It's amazing. Thank you so much, 310, for joining, for being part of this. Thanks for liking the video. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and be part of this giving thanks every day, all day. We're going to give thanks. Even when things are not good, we're going to give thanks. We're going to give thanks when things are great. We're going to give thanks. We're going to give thanks when things are not that great. We're going to give thanks. Okay? So in our Bible challenge, purity in daily life echoes our theme today of my rock and my deliverance. So in the word healing today, healing is part of daily life. I mentioned that you are healing every day. You are healing. Your body is changing, it's growing, skin cells are coming off. You're every day, you're getting new cells, new things are processing in your brain. You got to be careful what is processing in your brain. What are you imprinting? What is it that you want to take with you to the most righteous of righteous? You got to watch what you're doing. So it's okay, Oscar, that you're a little late, my love. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for liking the video, by the way, and for subscribing to this Giving Thanks All Day, Erryday channel. Okay? We talk about the verse of the day. So you got to replay, Oscar. Go to the replay and hit the replay button. The verse of the day today came from a psalm. Did it? What is happening to my... Okay. What is happening to the psalm? Let me see. February... the verse of the day. What's today, the 4th? Okay, let me get out of this. My apologies, everybody. Pardon the interruption. Okay, here we go. Psalm. I was right. The verse of the day is brought to us by Psalm 18, verse 1 to 2, which is about, what is about loving righteousness with your strength. And that is your strength. Righteousness is your strength. That's your go-to. It's hard to do the right thing. That's why we are strengthened to do the right thing. Okay. The Lord is your rock. Righteousness is a rock. Mercy, goodness, kindness, grace, compassion. That's a rock. That is your rock, and that's your deliverance, right? And it's your fortress. What's a fortress? It's a solid building that nothing can enter in there. It's protection. Your righteousness is your protection. Just like I said, that when you commit domestic violence and you do the wrong thing, the police go with you. You're not protected. You break the fortress down and break down and call and leave vicious voicemail. It's like you're not going to be protected. You're doing the wrong thing. So do the right thing. Spike Lee, do the right thing so you can be protected from the wrong thing. You get that? Do the right thing so you can be protected from the wrong thing. Prove people wrong by doing right. Don't prove them right by doing wrong. You check? Because when you see people disrespecting other people and you don't check it, that same disrespect coming right to you. Okay? Just like a parent that don't discipline their child, you don't got to beat the child down. Correction, gentle correction. When you correct a child, that child's going to remember that. They're going to remember you wanting to do them the right way. But when you don't correct the child, that's what's going to happen. They're going to rise up against you. They're going to rise up against you. So when you do not address disrespect, it's going to address you. So that vicious voicemail that was left for me, the person didn't check that person. They didn't say, look, that's not nice. What the, you calling and leaving a voice? That's not. They never checked that person. So guess what happened? That person who left me that voicemail, check them. Beat them up. So when you don't check disrespect, it gonna check you. I'm telling you that. Like my son, I don't deal with disrespect. No way, sir. So check into the Bible challenge. check into the Bible challenge. Okay. What people uncover, God will cover. Okay. What people cover, God will uncover. So, what is the insight for the Bible challenge today? Leviticus 13 and 14 deal with the variety of skin conditions, okay, that made a person ceremonially unclean as well as potential threat to public health. So psoriasis is a skin disease, right? Leprosy is a skin is in that same kind of medical diagnosis, right? And the person who suffered from one of these diseases was ostracized from the camp until a priest could verify that he or she was no longer infected. So Jesus showed his compassion. Remember, I said, what is God? What is Lord? What is Jesus? What is Selassie the First? What is Jah? Compassion. Show folks compassion. That is the Jesus nature. Not calling and leaving a vicious voicemail and cursing people out. You don't sound sane. So Jesus showed his compassion and his healing power. What is the word today? Ding, 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 ding. What's the word today? Healing. Healing is our word today, and it's showing up in our Bible challenge. I don't rehearse this. I don't set this up. I just go with the flow, and the flow takes it where it's got to go. And it's going to you. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for tuning in and for sticking with me for 47 minutes, because we're almost over. So that healing power that Jesus showed with compassion touched those suffering from such diseases and made them well again. So Jesus didn't just say, oh, you're just ill. He went with and showed compassion. You see how you need to have that Jesus nature that shows compassion for somebody whose skin is diseased? So show compassion to folks. Stop being mean. So in the Bible challenge, we have purification after childbirth. So it's, the woman who gives birth, according to Leviticus chapter 12, the woman must wait 33 days to be purified from her bleeding. She must not touch anything sacred or go to the sanctuary until the days of her purification are over. When she gives birth to a daughter, for 2 weeks the woman will be unclean, as during her period. Then she must wait 66 days to be purified from her bleeding. When the days of her purification for a son or daughter are over, she is to bring to the priest at the entrance to the tent of meeting a year-old lamb for a burnt offering and a young pigeon or a dove for a sin offering. So this is the Old Testament, okay? In the New Testament, all this has been voided. It's the former things have passed away. So these things are no longer, done in these kinds of ways. Some people hold these Old Testament ways to the T, okay? They do. So we have regulations about defiling skin diseases and about defiling moles. It's talking about mold that appears on fabric. So mold on fabric, meaning that clothing. So not just um, skin diseases and childbirth, but clothing, the things that you wear, they should not be moldy, right? Um, and discharges. Now, I want to, do we have time? We talk about discharges, bodily, unusual. It says, when any man has an unusual bodily discharge, such a discharge is unclean, whether it comes flowing from his body or is blocked, it will make him unclean. This is how his discharge will bring about uncleanness. Any bed the man with a discharge lies on will be unclean, and anything he sits on will be unclean. Anyone who touches his bed must wash their clothes and bathe with water, and they will be unclean till evening. Whoever sits on anything that the man with a discharge sat on must wash their clothes and bathe with water. So, this discharge that they're talking about is semen. Is semen discharge. When the man with the discharge spits on anyone who is clean, they must wash their clothes and bathe with water, and they will be unclean till evening. So, when a man is cleansed from his discharge, he is to count off 7 days for his ceremonial cleansing. He must wash his clothes and bathe himself with fresh water. He will be clean. So, when a man has sexual relations with a woman and her monthly flow touches him, he will be unclean for 7 days. Any bed he lies on will be unclean. So it's talking about a woman's discharge of blood and a man's discharge of semen. And there's a group, I think, the Bobo Shanti. Bobo Shanti, they hold the Old Testament they hold it seriously. So when a man has a discharge of semen, he doesn't cook, he stays away from 7 days. And so when I read this for today's Bible challenge, it's interesting that some people still hold these truths to be these evidence to be truth, that they still hold these. And I respect you if that's what your thing is. But in chapter 16 of Leviticus, it's a day of atonement. And it's an offering of it's an offering from Aaron, Moses' brother. So tomorrow we go into this sacred day of the year, the atonement by blood and abstaining from blood, life of the flesh. So the wonder of the cross is not the blood, but whose blood? Remember, I always say, let the blood of Jesus drip on the inequities of a person. That person is good. That person who left the vicious voicemail is good. Their behavior is not good. That behavior is not good. But we are innately good people. We are good people. We just have lost the Jesus nature and the rock and the deliverance. We have forgotten who that is, and we've placed it on to human beings, other people. They're my ride and die. They're my, no, nobody is that for you but Jesus. So with that being said, we're out of time. Oh my goodness, we're out of time, everyone. We've been here so long. We're out of time. But as we recap, seek half that hasn't been told. Okay? And get the bad behavior behind you. Go forward into the new you. All right? And embrace love, kindness, compassion, grace, long suffering, and most importantly, standing in righteousness. For that is where you're going to be safe and secure. Have a blessed day. And go chant a psalm a day. Take good care. see you next time. Giving thanks all day, every day.